Please welcome the great poet of laughter, live in the basement of the Lucky Jacks. This is Brad Hagen!
That's enough of that already. No. Down. That you guys are setting yourselves up for a lot of regret doing that. That is, you're investing heavily in something you haven't seen yet. You don't want to do that. That is a bad move. Bad move. I am. Wow, you guys are in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. I took a test today to find out if I have attention deficit disorder. It was 100 questions, multiple choice, and when I got to the last one, it said, "You don't." That was good. All right, that was a tester. Let's see how smart you guys are. You're not very. That was all right. Don't worry, I have a lot of penis jokes backed up. You guys will love those. Goddamn morons. You still haven't gotten it, have you? No, you haven't. All right. I think whoever coined the phrase "dropped it like a bad habit" had very above average willpower and was kind of an ass. Just like be spreading that, like that's a normal thing. Like, oh, you quit smoking? Yeah, dude, I just dropped that. Like a bad habit, you know. It's like a brick or, a big ball of AIDS-ridden dicks. Just fucking drop it. Like a baby Hitler. Just flip it over and drop it. It's that easy. They should change that to drop it like a good habit. 'Cause that's easy to do. Oh, dude, you quit smoking? Yeah. I dropped that like I dropped eating Kashi Go Lean for breakfast every morning. It wasn't even hard. That shit's really gross. Has anyone here eaten that cereal? You don't raise your hand, just heads up. I was in 5th grade. Just don't want that to start happening. No, it's like a gross cereal. And not only is it gross, but they have, in the cereal they have twigs, like not real twigs, but they have fiber, but they put them in the shape of twigs, which is like the least fun shape you can make something that you're gonna put in your mouth. Like, I mean, someone like that had to come up at the meeting, like, oh, we're gonna do like spheres, cubes, what do we, how about twigs? Why would you do that? Oh, because we want people to know this cereal is so healthy for you, it's punishment. Yeah, and we are assholes here at Kashi. That's what we do. That's what we do. I'm from New Hampshire, and I don't know why. Yeah, woo! A few people know where that is. Most people have no, I don't know why people have such trouble with New England geography. I was talking to a guy the other day, said I was from New Hampshire. He's like, oh, New Hampshire. I go to Bridgeport, Rhode Island like 3 times a year. Oh, my roommate has a goldfish. And he looked at me funny, and I was like, oh, I thought we were talking about shit that doesn't matter. Like, what is that? Like, Rhode Island is several states away from New Hampshire. I've never even been to Rhode Island. I'd be like if I met someone from Minnesota and was just like, oh, Minnesota! I've had a few lengthy layovers in the Denver airport. So I'm very familiar with your state. Big moving sidewalks that go underground. Like crazy lights on the ceiling. Oh, very familiar. A lot of people think, like, I've met people, they know me for a while, and then they think I'm from Vermont, like 6 months later. That's annoying, because I wish I was from Vermont. Vermont is such a cool, Vermont has farmers who smoke weed. Like, Vermont is the Jamaica of the United States, but with Ben and Jerry's. That is a great place to be. Where New Hampshire is like, New Hampshire's the only uptight state in New England, like the only like conservative one. Like every other state in New England has decriminalized weed, except for New Hampshire. Maine is a ½ ounce. Massachusetts is a whole ounce. A whole ounce of weed in Massachusetts is just a ticket, and on your way. Like an ounce is a lot of weed, guys. Like I've been smoking weed for 8 years now, pretty regularly. I have never seen an ounce. Like I don't even know what I would do if I did. Besides put my dick in it. I'd be like right in that sexy ounce of weed. And that is why I could never be a drug dealer. People are not. People would be like, oh, well, this is good, man. Where'd you get this? Oh, Brad Hagen. Couldn't do that. Put his dick in it. Yeah, that was a ball hair weed joke that you guys just laughed at. I just wanted to clarify, let you know. We're only 4 minutes in. We got a lot of places to go now. A lot of places. No, Massachusetts up to an ounce, like that is so like it just irritates me that it's still totally illegal in New Hampshire. Like you can drink alcohol, that's fine if you're old enough, but weed, no, that is against the law. Like that is bullshit. Because I've met so many people in my life who, when they drink too much, are assholes. I have never met a person who, when he gets too high, is a dick. Like that, like, oh man, you know, I like Greg. Once he smokes too many joints, you know, he just smiles all the time and laughs at shit. It's so annoying. It's so frustrating. He thinks everything's hilarious. No. Like, alcohol causes trouble. Like, do you have any idea how many domestic disturbance calls there are every year because of alcohol? That wasn't rhetorical. Does anyone know the answer to that question? Because, like, it would help my set, but I don't want, that sounds like work to me, having to look at that number up. It's a lot. It happens a lot. And it's always like a real sad, like, such a sad story. Like, Larry came home from work drunk again, and the meatloaf, it was overcooked. I'll admit it just a little bit, but he got so angry he hit me. And then Charlie, our son, he locked himself in his room. He's playing some real angry music now. It's probably gonna fuck him up when he's older. Like, that's like an awful, like, what would that be if weed was what Larry did on his way home? What would that phone call be? Larry smoked a joint on the way home from work, then he sat down on the couch and watched Planet Earth for an hour and a half. The meatloaf was way overcooked. It really was, but he didn't even notice. He was like, this is delicious. He just kept putting more ketchup on it. Now he's in Charlie's room. They're listening to some band called Explosions in the Sky. Having a great time. I wish I could smoke weed with my dad. I wish that's what I want, but I can't because he's Mormon. So that's not going to happen. But it's annoying because I know he used to smoke weed because I found his senior yearbook, and it said Paul Hagen, quote, "Yeah." That was the entire quote with 6 A's and 1 H. Yeah. And then underneath that, it said hobbies, mountain biking. Then underneath that, it said, what's next, question mark? Paul has no immediate plans for the future. Yeah, he does. You just can't write, go into the woods, smoke weed, and make a homemade submarine in the yearbook. That is not allowed. Yeah, so New Hampshire's still uptight. So, like, New Hampshire's the only state in New England where if you get pulled over, you have to eat your blunt. Which is, I don't know if anyone's ever done that. It's it's awful, it's really gross and tastes bad, but there are few moments in life as fun as when you talk to a cop when he knows you know he knows you're lying. Now it's kind of like Modest Mousy right there, but I'll explain. I was driving, went back home, just smoking a blunt because I was financially irresponsible at the time, and windows up, all some blue lights on right behind me. Shit. That's all I had on me was this blunt, so I put it out, eat it, cop comes to my window, I roll it down, just a cloud of smoke in his face, and he just goes, out of the car. Yeah, alright, sure, out of the car. Alright, let's make this quick, just tell me where the weed is. I'm sorry, officer, what weed? And his face has got like a little redder. And it proceeded to get more red as he just searched stripped my car, like looked everywhere. And he was getting so many, he came up to me at one point yelling, he was like, I know where it went, I can see the ash on your lips. And I was like, I eat cigarettes. Have you seen that show, Strange Addiction? Yeah. I interviewed for it, they didn't go with me, not enough charisma. They went with another cigarette guy, but yeah. I also eat the packages cigarettes coming, which is why you won't find any of those in my car. And this was the last one. Being from New Hampshire, I didn't know because they crack down on weed a lot, and people just do weirder drugs. You just find other shit to do. Like, how many people here have smoked opium? Yeah, like 3 people. All right, yeah. See, a lot of and very enthusiastic too. That guy's on the right page. Like, the rest of you have no idea how much you can slouch until you are high on opium. Like, I used to come home in college, and the only part of my roommate that would be touching the couch was the back of his neck. He'd just be like straight out, watching reruns of Antiques Roadshow. It's a good drug. I didn't know like that was a weird drug till I moved to New York, and I got weed delivery, which, by the way, is one of the best things man has ever made. I moved here, I was kind of miserable for the first 3 weeks. It was, big change of pace for me. And then I ran out of weed, and I was like, what the fuck, now what do I do? And my roommate was like, oh, here, just text this number, and they'll bring some over to the apartment. And I was like, yeah, if they even have any. Like, no, like, I know how drug dealers work. Like, where I was from, like, you had to be so proactive. Like, you'd have to look at your bag and be like, all right, I'm going to be out of weed in like 5 days. Let's start making phone calls. Let's see if we can track some of this shit down. Before I moved here, I had 30 people in my phone with the last name Green. All right? You go through the list. I was like, don't even know who Tony is. I'm gonna call him. Hope he has some. Well, he did. Now I have one, and her first name is Lady, and she's amazing. Like, I texted that number that night, and she was just like, "Yeah, he'll be there in 45 minutes." And I was like, "Yeah, right. Yeah, I know weed. I know drug dealer time. I'm gonna put on the first Lord of the Rings, and if he's here before Boromir is full of arrows, I will be so happy." But then he showed up in an hour. He was there in an hour. Knocks on my door, and the first thing he says to me is, "Hey man, I apologize for my tardiness." What? To me? No, you didn't. You're 2 hours early, man. Like, where I was from, like, drug dealers thought they were wizards. If you're like, you're late, they'd be like, a drug dealer is never late. Nor is he early. But he arrives precisely when he means to. That was a deep one. That was a Lord of the Rings reference. I'm glad more people laughed at that than I thought. That was originally just for me, and I thought 3 people. I'm glad you're on board. So he showed me he had his wares, and I bought some stuff. And I was like, "Oh, do you ever get any opium?" And he looked at me like I was a monster. He was like, "Opium? What is this, 16th century China?" And I was like, "Oh, I do. And you make historically accurate jokes." Oh my God! The best drug dealer I've ever met. Employee of the month right there. That's amazing. Yeah, that is a good thing about New York. Best thing about New York is the delivery. It was weird. I grew up in New England my whole life, and I didn't know till I moved here that New Englanders have a reputation for being like hard scrabble, salt of the earth type people. I didn't know that until I had a friend just assume I knew how to build a wall. He invited me over to help put a wall up in his apartment. I showed up and I was like, "All right, what do we do?" And he's looked at me, he's like, "Aren't you from Maine or something? Don't you know how to do this?" I was like, "First off, no, I'm not from Maine, and no, I have no idea. But here's the weird thing, I do know how to do that." We put a goddamn wall up that day. Never built a wall in my life. I don't know what that was about. I thought about it. I was like, "Is that because I'm from New England?" And I was like, no. It's because I grew up without cable. So on Saturday mornings, I wasn't watching cartoons. I was watching a little show called This Old House. Yeah, some people, yeah. Guy in the flannel likes it, of course. If you guys haven't seen This Old House, like, This Old House is like the original home renovation TV show. It was like early, like before, like, I mean, it was reality TV, but it was like true reality TV. And by that I mean boring as shit. Like, there's nothing exciting about someone renovating a house, folks. Like, no matter what you see on TV, it's not fun. Like, it would just be this guy walking around talking to the different contractors about what they're doing. He's like, "Oh, here's Laurent. Laurent's putting in this beautiful Brazilian hardwood floor. This is nice. How's it going, Laurent?" And Laurent's be like, "Oh, well, it's going good. It's going really well. Most of the rooms in this house have 4 corners, so that helps. That makes my job easier. I should be done just on time." Oh, that's great. That's great. That's good. This is a beautiful floor, isn't it? Yeah, we should just stare at this floor for a little while. Yeah. I love it. This floor's so nice. All right, thanks, Lauren. See you. That's like, and then you go, like, even if something bad happened, like, wouldn't be a big deal. Like, he'd go talk to Gerald about the septic tank installation, and Gerald would be like, "Oh, well, there's a lot more slate back here, so it's going to take an extra day or 2 probably to put this in." And then, like, on modern day shows, that's when the guy would flip out. There'd be a lot of zooming in real quick to the faces on commercial breaks. Just start throwing shit. But it was like, it's real. It's actual reality. So the guy was like, "Yeah, you know, setbacks happen. Big projects like this, things always happen. I'm not going to flip out about it and look like an asshole. Because then people wouldn't want to work for me. I wouldn't get a lot of jobs. I mean, that would be really inappropriate." Like, I hate how they interject the drama. Like, they put weird time constraints on those shows. Like, will the Sullivan's house be done before they get back from Disneyland? I don't know, probably. Otherwise, their show would be a farce, and they would be disappointed. But more importantly, they look like they're having fun in Disneyland. Why don't we let them stay there a couple extra days, and you guys can chill the fuck out, alright? You're running around like crazy. Plus, the Sullivans probably don't want someone who's been up for 48 straight hours and had so many Red Bulls he can't see straight wiring their kid's bedroom. That seems like a lose-lose for the Sullivans. It does. It does. I got dumped this summer, which was fun, but it was like the nicest dumping. No, you don't have to. It was like the nicest dumping that ever happened. Like, first, she let me push it back a day, which was nice. She was like, "We need to talk," and I knew what it was about. I was like, "We talk tomorrow," because that was the day of the home run derby. And it's not that I like baseball at all, but I got dumped last year on the day of the home run derby, and I don't want to make that a thing. Like, I don't want to have to start tiptoeing around the All-Star break every year. I feel like I'm in some shitty Dane Cook movie. I don't need that in my life. But then she brought me to she brought me to the High Line, which was nice. Like she brought me to like one of the nice places in the city. We had a spot looking over the water. Broke up with me, and I was like, oh, well, this feels kind of shitty. Well, look at this view. This is Instagram that shit. Yeah. Hashtag breakup. If I get in the double digits, it's worth it. It's totally worth it. Has anyone here ever been dumped where the person dumping you just keeps saying nice things about you? Isn't that weird? It's like if you were on trial and like the jury came back with a guilty verdict, but instead of saying your crimes, they just listed like positive attributes. Yeah, we find you guilty. We the jury find you guilty because you are a wonderful guy. And like the sweetest person we've ever met. Yeah, goodbye forever. All right. And if anyone here on the jury, like text you in the next few months, things like we miss you or something, we're drunk. Don't worry about it. It's us jury members being drunk again. Very distracting. Right there. All right. Oh man. Anyone else's parents going crazy? Like I'm getting older, my parents are getting older. Like not like crazy, not like get off the roof or like I invented the schwa. Like they're not losing it. They're there, but they're going crazy in their own very particular ways. Like my mom knitted my whole life. She like loves to knit. This is the thing she always did. But it wasn't until recently that she's gone a little crazy with it. Like she had a revelation. That was pretty much the same revelation as Johnny Depp in the movie Blow, when he realized he was paying too much for his drugs. She had that, but with yarn. She was like looking at a sweater she knitted and was like, "This is too much. It cost me $15 to make this one. Now I'm getting middled. Getting middled by Linda down at the yarn store. She's having coitus with me every time I go in there. No more of this. So what does she do? She goes out and buys a spinning wheel and decides she's gonna spin her own yarn. And that's not the crazy part. She does this for a few months and then she decides she's still getting middled. But this time by the lady who she's buying garbage bags full of wool from. Some farmer, she would just sneak out and there, just fill a garbage bag, be like 10 bucks, like, no, still getting middled. So she goes out and buys 2 alpacas. Yeah, my mom at this point, all she has to do is grow her own hay and she has a vertical monopoly in sweater production. And Land's End will crush her like a bug if she does that. She'll get squashed. Yeah, still not the crazy part. The crazy part is, the whole time, my mom is spinning the wool she sheared from her own alpacas into yarn to knit for her own sweaters. She was watching Netflix, but she only watches one show over and over again. She's watched this series now 4 times. That's 800 total episodes of the show Bones. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I don't know if anyone's seen this show. It's about 2 giant-headed people relentlessly hitting on each other but never fucking. It's like the first 3 minutes of a porno for an hour straight. It is so uncomfortable. It is not a good show. That is, knit all you want, but don't watch Bones. Don't watch Bones. My dad's going crazy, but in a much more fun way. He's going gun crazy. He loves guns. Like, he always had a shotgun or 2 growing up, like a few rifles maybe, to keep the British in England, where they belong, and not in our front yard. That's why we had guns. He's so gun crazy to this point, where last time I was home, we went out to dinner, like the extended family and stuff, and my uncle, we were sitting at the table, and my uncle's like, "Hey, I heard you got a new toy. What kind of toy did you get?" And my dad's like, "Oh, well, it's a .45 caliber Kimber Sportsman. Well, want to just show you." He just pulls it out of the ass of his Wranglers and hands it across the table. I was sitting between. I was like, "Whoa, Dad, whoa! This is a Chili's. This isn't some goddamn Golden Corral where you just wave your gun around. Throw around $10. Oh my God! Like you can't you didn't hear Uncle Wayne? He said toy twice instead of gun because even saying gun across the table would have been inappropriate. You're just waving. You're just like, "Oh no, you're taking." And I was like, "Oh my God, is that a laser sight?" It had a laser sight on it. That when you gripped it would turn on. I felt like I was in a Jerry Bruckheimer movie. It's like, no, this shit is BAM! And then I shot my grandma. That's not how it ended. My grandma hasn't been allowed in a Chili's in 10 years. That definitely did not happen. She's been banned from Chili's. Oh man. I'm psyched Halloween is coming. You guys excited for Halloween?
Yeah.
Mildly, not very much. I like Halloween. I like Halloween because it's like one holiday that has like a resurgence. Like other holidays, like they die out. Like they lose their magic as you get older. Like Christmas, such a magical holiday. This guy comes in the middle of the night, leaves you presents, then goes away. Like that's great. He goes and he flies on a sleigh pulled by magical flying reindeer. Like come on, it's awesome. And then one day you realize like, oh, Santa's not real. You lose this magic. Then a few years later, like, oh, I have to buy shit for people. This holiday is getting worse and worse. Like Easter's super magical. Like wonderment of Easter. This bunny comes in the middle of the night, leaves you chocolate and candy, and hides eggs in the yard for you to find. But then one day you realize Jesus isn't real. What am I doing with my Sundays? This is God. All right, a lot of Jesus fans here. That usually goes better. Where the hell are we? Oh man, but Halloween is great because Halloween, like, I love Halloween because girls on Halloween like take their morals and principles that they use when they dress themselves the rest of the year and just fucking right out the window. Just no, you come back tomorrow. It's Halloween. It's fantastic. Oh man, it's tricky though. It's tricky because you can run into a girl and like she'll look like so slutty. Like that's the thing. Everyone looks like a slut, but they're not. It's like the last page in one of those Waldo books where it's all Waldos. But only one's the real. You guys know what I'm talking about? The one real Waldo. And there's like looking for the dude with the blue sock. Like where the fuck's that blue sock? That's what I want to do on Halloween. I just want to look around and find the girl with the blue sock on, and be like, oh, all right, found the slut, and you're dressed as Waldo. This is perfect. Makes sense. Halloween girls like they want to look slutty. The rest of the year, like they want to not look slutty. Like they're getting dressed like, is this shirt too slutty? It's too slutty? I'll put a jacket over it. Put a jacket over it. Because we all know sluts hate layers. We all know that. Layers just get in the way of the dicks coming out. And one layer of dicks. Sluts work. I don't know why acting out dicks coming out. Such a good laugh. Yeah, you don't know who's the actual slut though. So it's like you can be talking to a girl for like an hour and a half before you find out she's like a crazy women's studies feminist at NYU. Here's like, why are you dressed as the Princess Leia sex slave? Like, what is? Could you go as like a Greenpeace activist, someone from Whale Wars? Whale Wars? Ugh, that's a tough word right there. Whale Wars. Oh, thank God for editing, and that'll be deleted. That is, chop that right off. It's gone. Oh man. You can get yourself in trouble though. Because girls, they get like, but they like a 5 is all of a sudden like a 9, especially like if it's a weird thing you had from childhood. Like you're looking at some girl talking to her and be like, oof, you could play Division II football, but I have wanted to fuck Pocahontas since I was 11. Like you gave me my first boner. I need some closure. Closure, definitely. Oh man. So we have any football fans here? Yeah. Yeah. We have any like real? Not. I should have worded that differently. Okay. My favorite football team's the Tottenham Hotspurs. Anyone know what I'm talking about? Anyone on board with that football? No. All right. A few. All right. I like it. Yeah. We got one over there. Oh, I like soccer. I know it's a very un-American thing for me to say. I do. I like almost all of soccer. There are one problem I have is the instant replays. Like in any football American football has way better instant replays. They're reserved for dudes like doing diving catches in the end zone. Like that's impressive. European soccer, 90% of the instant replays are dudes' emotional reactions to things. It's awful. Like this is most of the replays are dudes doing this. Oh, glad I got that finger wagging 500 frames per second. That was good. That's ESPN. No, the best one, do you ever see them plead with the refs? They just go up to the refs when they're about to get like a yellow card and shit and just go in their face and do this. Like, has that ever worked? I'd be like, I pull out, my 7-year-old daughter makes that face. Yeah, right. These guys win. Game over. Victory for these guys. That was horrible. Got One thing where American football is also better is there are no pansies in American football.
Yeah.
Like it's a insane, like you have to be borderline psychopathic to return punts in the NFL. Like there are no pansies. Like in European football, dudes pretend to be hurt. In American football, dudes pretend not to be hurt, which is almost just as dumb. Like you see a guy get rocked and you know his brain just like bounced around on the inside of his skull. And he just pops up like nothing happened and starts walking. And like with the first step, his brain turns back on and is just like, whoa, what the shit are you doing? I think we just got hit by a bus. Why are we walking right now? No, seriously, if you take one more step, I'm just shutting it down. I'm gonna shut this whole. Then he takes the other step and you see him go. Like slowly falls down. And you're just like, yeah, you shouldn't, dude. You just got hit so hard, you forgot second grade and can taste colors. Stay on the ground. Stay on the goddamn ground. But in European football, they just pretend to get like those athletes. They're very athletic. They're like specimens of athletic ability, but their knees are so sensitive. Like man, they get littlest brush on the knee and they are on the ground just writhing in pain. I don't know what's going through their mind when they're doing that, when they're on the ground and all that pain. Like, are they down there? Like, what are they thinking? Are they just like, call it. Come on, blow the whistle. Call it. Look at my face. Come on, I'm in so much pain. Blow it. Blow it. Come on, call it. You're not. All right, I'm fine. That's cool. Cool. Tried to trick you. You didn't fall for it. This is a good ref, guys. Not falling for our tricks this game. Bullshit. I do appreciate that Americans hate soccer, though. I appreciate that, because it takes American-sized pride to look at something the rest of the world loves and adores. It's like, yeah, that's stupid. No. Not for me. No commercials for 45 minutes? No. I don't watch a sport unless I know it's official chip, truck, and extremely light beer is. That's a rule. That's a rule of mine. I appreciate that. I don't appreciate how we hate the metric system. That makes no, like, you can hate soccer. Why do we're the only ones not on the metric system? You guys know that? Everyone else in the world. Canada, our fucking America's backup plan is on the metric system. You should know this shit. Because we all know, like, that's why Canada's there. Like, you could live in New Mexico and, like, our shit would hit the fan. Yeah, New Mexico, we got a fan. Our shit could hit the fan. And people be like, all right, we gotta leave the country immediately. Oh, all right, well, Mexico's like 20 miles from Mexico. No, Canada. I'm going north, buddy. North. You know who runs things in Mexico? Drug dealers. Drug cartel. You know who runs things in Canada? American corporations. All right? I got a brother-in-law works for Pepsi. He'll get us right in. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Oh, man. And we're the only ones not on the metric system. It's just ridiculous. Has anyone been to Canada and seen the signs? Like, you get over the border and like you see it and you're like, KM? What in the name of John Q. Adams is a KM? Well, then you take the time to learn the metric system and it takes about a minute. And you're like, oh no, this is way better. This makes sense. I'll explain the metric system to you real quick. You start with a meter. Yeah, that is not loud at all. Listen, buddy, I know you're against the metric system, but fucking don't show it here. Start with the thing, it's like a meter. It's like this long. And then everything is based off of that. It's so nice. Like every other thing, like either you break it up into smaller units like decicenta, millar, or you stack them up and you use kilometers, and that's 1,000 meters, and that's how you measure everybody. Anyone want to try this brain teaser for you? How many meters are in 1.5 kilometers? 100. Yeah, thank you. One guy. Yeah. See, he just learned that. Just learned the metric system right now. He's already solving word problems. That's amazing. Can you imagine trying to explain our system to someone who knows the metric system? You sound like a maniac. You sound like a goddamn fool. Now we start with this thing called a foot. Oh, why is it called a foot? I have no idea. It doesn't really make sense. But yeah, then what we do with these feet is we stack them up, and then we have what's called a mile, and that's a lot of feet. Oh, like 1,000 feet? 1,000. No. Look at this guy. No, 1,000. No, 5,280 feet. Obviously. Come on. Oh, what do you do for like square area of land? Do you use square miles? Well, sometimes. Or we use acres. Oh, is that like a square 1,000 feet? Get off of that, man. We don't use 1,000 feet. What's this 1,000 thing? No, an acre is 44,833 feet. why is this so complicated? Oh, well, you see, we don't want our kids to understand the world they live in. We want to make it nice and complicated. We don't want them growing up being engineers and scientists and stuff. People who think for themselves. That's awful. That's not what we're about. Nice and confusing. It's awful that I hate that we call it the standard system. What is that shit? Standard? Like, that's us lying to our children. That's all that is. Like, all right, kids, we're going to learn about the standard system today. Of course, standard means normal and common. And this, of course, is the system used only in America. All right? Which is everywhere. So that's all you need to know. Okay? You know what they use in other places? Metric. Doesn't that sound hard? Metric. That's a hard-sounding word. Just ask yourselves, what word is easier to say, kids? Mile or kilometer? That's right, mile. Let's focus on what's easiest in the short term, doing the standard. Oh, man. You know the space shuttle? We had a space shuttle explode because we were on the standard system. Like someone messed up a conversion piece and just boom, 8 astronauts dead, like that. When that happened, I was like, finally, we'll have a clamoring for change. I started making signs and t-shirts, like, metric system now, let's do this. No one talked about it. Like, the talking heads on the news are always looking for shit. No one brought up, maybe we should be on the metric system. We just lost 8 astronauts. Like, no one talked about it. Like, that is bullshit. Like, 3 babies choked themselves on window blind cords. Sweeping reform. No more dangerous window blind cords. We lost 1/10 of our astronauts that day. 1/10. You know how many goddamn babies we have in this country? A shitload. And that's a metric measurement, a shitload. It's a lot. Alright? A lot of babies. We can lose. And if you're choking yourself on a window blind cord when you're a year old, that is thinning the herd. Alright? I don't think society wanted you. And also, just watch your goddamn babies, parents. Just watch your kids. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, we lost 8 goddamn astronauts. It doesn't matter now because we don't even go into space, which is a shame. You guys remember when you were a kid reading books, how we were gonna colonize the moon? Like shit was happening. Like in my mind, like in my 6-year-old mind, this show was happening on Mars. Like that's where this should be. And we just stopped. We just fucking space technology is we'll put the brakes on that. We don't need to do that. You know what technology has blown away all predictions? Is way beyond fucking gum. Like that's what we've invested our time in, gum? Like I asked a dude for a piece of gum the other day, he put in my hand a cube filled with liquid. Like, I asked for a piece of gum, not a whack futuristic gusher. Like, what the shit is this? I don't want this gum. Like, oh, it's gotten way too intense. Like, have you seen gum commercials? They have a Take 5 commercial with this dude is in a G4 simulator, just getting spun around really fast with snow, like, pelting him. No, it's ridiculous. Like, first off, gum is never gonna feel like that. You wanna feel like you're spinning around in a G4 simulator with snow blowing in your face. Jump up and down on your mattress, swishing scope in your mouth on mushrooms. Then you will be there. You will be there. Yeah. Anyone here fan of mushrooms? Yeah. Oh, much more than the opium. All right, cool. So when I first moved here, I learned that like this is a very mainstream drug city. Like they like their like weed and their coke and their heroin. Like this is not a city to do acid in. That is not. Don't do. Ooh, like mescaline maybe. You can do mescaline and go on the subway, close your eyes, and you're like, oh, this is like a goddamn rocket ship. This is fun. What's showtime? What? Oh, there are breakdancers on this starship. This is amazing. Best intergalactic flight ever. Man, great. Don't do acid though. Acid will get you. Go on the subway, you may run into a homeless man with a baby arm. And you are going to a dark place for the next 6 to 10 hours. You are in a very awful room. Like Jim Henson Last Crystal type setting. It's not. No, gum, like the gum, like. Yeah, we're going back to the gum. Even though you guys weren't really on board with it, I just gotta get this off my chest. Because I fucking hate gum. I hate where it's gotten. Like, and I hate it because it's like very American. Like, it's what we're good at, really, is shit like where gum has been. Like, we are good at making things nobody asked for and convincing them they need it. Like what dude 4 years ago was sitting at home, like, folding his own gum into cubes and, like, filling up just like, oh, this is taking half my day. I want someone to just mass-produce this for me. Just buy it at the store. It wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. Like, we do that. The worst thing with that is movies. We do that with movies now. Oh, my God, it's awful. Like, oh, like, who was watching the first American Pie movie and thinking, huh, I want to see what these guys are up to in a decade. Yeah, that'll be. I hope they don't change at all. I hope they're all exactly the same. That'd be perfect for me. No one was asking that. Like, I can't stand Hollywood because they make like 90% shit. They make like most of the stuff they make is bad, but they still exist. Like, how does a business get away with that? Like, what if Hollywood was a bakery? You wouldn't go back to that place. You'd walk in, be like, oh, well, everything looks good. It's covered in sexy strawberries and chocolate explosions. Everything would look great on the outside. And then you buy one, take a bite, and it's like, oh, no, this is actually awful on the inside. This is really, what do you call this? Medea's witness protection? Yeah, this is. You sold millions of these? What? I can't believe you're even letting that guy still make pastries. He has never made a good one. I don't know. And even if you get one that's good, it's not original anymore. You like eat one and be like, oh, this is alright. It's not great though. What's this called? Oh, the Karate Kid? Yeah. You made this like 4 times already, man. Yeah, and you know what? You didn't even make it better. All you did was switch out that really good Italian white chocolate for some privileged dark stuff. Kind of worse. I used to blame Nicolas Cage for bad movies, because he's made a lot of and he used to be amazing. Like, he made Leaving Las Vegas. He was in Leaving Las Vegas. It was amazing. Then he did shit like National Treasure 2. I was like, what happened? Like, for a while I was like, maybe he's got some weird drug addiction that none of us have even heard of. It's like only for the super rich. Like, he's just blowing fucking narwhal horn like every Thursday. Like, he just has like depleted uranium and baby's panda blood. He's like right into his dick. He's like, oh yeah. Woo! Yeah, that was amazing. How much was that? $200,000? Fuck it, let's make National Treasure 3. Who cares? Get some more of this shit. Get some more. Yeah, but then I learned he actually is broke because he bought a bunch of castles, which turns out is not a good investment. Like, he bought a shitload of castles. And that's when I immediately became more impressed with Nicolas Cage. It's like, oh my god, he's the best actor ever. Because he has been hiding the fact that he's retarded his entire life. That is amazing. How do you get talked into buying castles? Like, oh, ever since Siege Warfare went out of style like 400 years ago, these things are really doing good. They rarely fall down for no reason. Rarely. I imagine he probably just got confused because the guy was like, well, it comes with 2 kilometers of land. 2,000 miles of land? That is a good deal. That's fantastic. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Brad. Thank you guys so much for coming out.